sent a text. I forgot. I didn't even use the scooter yesterday, and it's about dead. I don't know if I forgot to plug it in the other day or what the fuck I did. But it's gay. Because it's gonna die on the way home. Gay. I miss the bike. I don't mind the scooter, but it stays hard at night. Good for getting around the corner and back. That's all it's good for. I gotta get in this gym. I can't even afford it this Wednesday. I got too much I gotta pay. Pay my girl back and shit. $80. I think. Yeah. 80 a piece. I mean, I might be able to afford that. I gotta get in this gym. I gotta get back to working out regularly. That fucking energy it gives you. I miss that shit. Get back in there. Oh man. Tired. I'm home, taking a shower. Nice shower. Yeah, I might go to bed. Fuck it. Work 9 a.m. tomorrow, then I got 2 days off. Oh, it's gonna be nice. See, it's already dying. Damn, I didn't even use it yesterday. I don't know if it starts to die after it sit there for a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I didn't plug it in. I could have swore I did though. shit's annoying. That's 5 a.m. shit for a while. That fucking shit sucks. Hate getting up at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. I'm in bed early enough for that shit. Burn some Sanders, dude. Clown show. Fucking sore throat's annoying. I don't know why too. Not from getting sick. So many things. Like I get a lot of exercise. It's the same. Get in that gym over there. Planet Fitness is too far away. I don't feel like messing with it. Alright, so there's one over here. I get all work right. Work out, go home. What's wrong with this fucking thing? Ain't even no fucking mail in there. What a joke. Thank God, the house. I can sit down. A long day. A long, long day. User error, what are you talking about? I always say stuff don't even make sense. Did I miss something? good. You peed and pooped on the pad. Good job. Good job. Proud of you. Proud of you. Good job, you. Such a good job. Oh, man. Hello, Marshall. Miracle. I'm not going to no fucking park. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting my ass down, relaxing for the rest of the day. I'm exhausted. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. Probably go to bed early. Going nowhere. Ugh, I'm about to take a shower. Eat something. Gonna be an early night for me. Early night for me. I didn't say nothing about going to no park. Go to the lake at some point, but not today. Done my work for the day. Now it's time to relax. Oh, man. Now he just wants to come in here and sit down. I'm about to get in the shower, though. So. Hold on a minute. Oh, man. Fuck his duckhead. Did he build a base? Like I instructed him to? Or did he wuss out? Oh, man. A long day. Getting up that early just slows me down. Fuck that shit. I'm glad I don't have to get up fucking no 4 a.m. Probably for a while. Until that shit goes on vacation again, I guess. Oh, God. Fantastic. Ain't that something? Just hold on, Marshall, man. I'm tired. Had enough for one day. I get up at 8 tomorrow and then 2 days off. 2 days off in a row. No fucking nothing. Probably won't even leave the house for those 2 days. I just stay home. I'm gonna let you out. Don't piss in the living room because you got all these pads in here And I can see them peed on them and pooped on them, so there should be no reason that you pee on anything else. I mean, it just should not happen. So, I'm going to trust you that you're going to behave yourself. But if you pee and I have to come in here and clean a spot in this motherfucker, you're going right back in there. Stop. There is no early voting today. Man, y'all don't watch streams, do you? Y'all just don't pay attention, do you? You can't vote till tomorrow. Explain it. Stop! I explained this shit the other day. Quit! I'm not in the mood for all that. Stop. Get a fucking grip. I'm fucking tired. I want to be fucking jumped all over, fucked with. Sit down. Fucking Sunday. He asked me if I'm gonna go vote. It's a fucking Sunday. What the fuck? Goddamn government places or schools or polling places aren't open on Sunday. At least not in this town, they ain't. Silly, bro. I ain't doing shit. I worked all day. I'm tired. I'm gonna sit my ass down. That's the great thing about being a grown-ass man. You don't have to go do shit you don't want to do. You can sit your ass down after work. You ain't got to do shit. Go lay down. Oh, yeah, I am going to vote Tuesday. But the voting place is right over here. If they'll let me vote. I'm not going all the way to Radcliffe to vote. No, I'm not doing that. So I'm hoping they'll let me vote over here. I'm going to call them on Tuesday. Find out. If there's some bullshit where you gotta vote based on your address at a certain location, then I just won't go. I have no way to get to Radcliffe, and I'm not walking, spending my whole day walking somewhere. That's not happening. So the only thing that'll stop me from voting is if I go over here to vote and they tell me I can't, tell me I gotta go to Radcliffe. I don't know. I've never voted. I don't know if you have to go to a specific place based on your address. I mean, that's pretty gay if you do, but who knows? My girl works all day tomorrow. Or Tuesday, I think. Hell, I don't know. My girl's got other things to do except be a chauffeur. The things y'all say crack me up. It's like y'all think you can just call somebody and be like, hey, drop everything you're doing, drop your life, take me somewhere. That ain't how life works, guys. Maybe in an emergency type of situation you could do that, but wouldn't call it an emergency. Well, as I explained the other day, my ID shows my old address. It's a Radcliffe address. So like I said, and you can cope and be in a fantasy. I don't give a fuck. Not in the mood today for fantasy. I'm going to walk over to this place. I'm going to try to vote. If they tell me, sorry, you got to go to Radcliffe, then I'm going to go sit my ass home. Simple as that. Cope about it. Live in a fantasy. Make things up about it. I don't care. Don't care. Don't give two fucks. I speak nothing but truth. I don't have no reason to lie to faggots on the internet. So, God, it was so nice not being on that Discord today. I'm done with Discord, dude. I've decided I'm done with it. I'm done with the fake conversations. Next year, I'm telling you, next year is going to be so radically different on here. Enjoy the last 2 months of shenanigans, because next year I'm locking in, I'm tightening up, and I'm banning the fuck out of so many people in here. I'm going to have a zero tolerance policy for not listening, trolling. I'm locking in next year. There's going to be no time for shenanigans. If you get on my nerves any way, shape, or form, I'm going to ban. I'm not going to react. I'm banning. I'm going to get so ban heavy. It's time. It is time. It is time. 2025 is a time to lock in. Get rid of these losers who, God, their lives are miserable and they just want to project it onto everybody else. Get rid of these losers. People like Parr, I'm done with them. God, they're such a buzzkill, these people. Is that Carrie Russell? Go back. Where's the remote? Right here. No, who the fuck is that girl? She hot. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Is that the new Planet of the Apes movie? I ain't seen that yet. That's on Hulu. I might watch that later. Oh, I can do that. And I'm going to. I got big plans for 2025. I can't have all these faggots in here wasting my time. Like, that era is over. The era of talking about random faggots on YouTube, like Wings of Redemption or any of these faggots, that's over with. I'm so done with that. I'm such a different person. I have no desire to talk about any of that gay-ass faggot shit, drama, faggot shit, fake fucking... Only reason people ever do it is to make money anyway. Nobody actually gives a fuck, I would think. Nobody actually cares about any of this shit, but... I guess some people do, but I certainly don't. Let me get back to talking about real things. Gonna get out, like, stay out of these Discords. That way, when I want to talk about something, I'll just make a video, do a stream or something. That Discord's a distraction. These things are distractions that don't benefit me at all. Waste of time. Gave it too many chances, done with it. Too much trolling. Too much attention seeking. No, I have an ID. No, I don't consider that voting suppression. I just recently moved. I do think you should be able to go to any polling place in the state that you live in and vote. I don't know. Maybe you can. I have no idea. But no, that's not voter suppression because I recently moved and haven't changed my ID. So it would not be voter suppression. That would just be... It's called life. Y'all crack me up, bro. Y'all don't... Have y'all not lived a life? I've lived a fucking life. I've been through hard shit. Like, life is just life, and it happens, and it's not voter suppression. It's just called you moved. You just recently moved, and the first priority after the move was not, oh, let me go change my address on my ID. Like, I got bigger things to worry about in my life. I've been focused on my life, not worrying about all this other. That's irrelevant right now, really. Worrying about that ID, what address is on it, that's irrelevant. It's not something that I spend my time thinking about, because I've got 50 other things that are more important to be thinking about. Like, I got my priorities straight, and that's down on the list of things that I need to do, because it's not stopping me from doing anything. And I'd like to vote for Trump, but if I don't get to, it's not the end of the goddamn world. I don't live in Pennsylvania, so it's not the end of the fucking world. It's not life or death. It's just something I'd like to do because I'd like to help with the popular vote, but I'm not going to walk 12 miles to Radcliffe and do it. No, I'm not doing that. Just have to see what happens. Can't call nobody today. There's no early voting on Monday. Done looked it up. Early voting ended on Saturday. Had to work all day Saturday. Couldn't get in there. I mean, people expect you to, like, quit your job over this shit. Like, people are so... You can tell the people in here who don't have, like... I guess they don't have jobs. They don't have a life. They think you can drop everything. Like, they think you just call people up, hey, I need a ride. And it's that easy. It's not that easy. People ain't going to drop everything to take you somewhere. Like I said, it's got to be an emergency. And I hate to break it to you, but voting, a lot of people don't see that as an emergency. They don't see it as, oh, my God, you got to get in there. So nobody's dropping what they're doing to take you anywhere. I mean, look how long it took me to get my fucking TV over here. People got lives. They got things to do. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Either way, it'll be fine. Trump will win my state by like 50 points or some crazy shit. So certainly not the end of the world. But an effort will be made. I'll be streaming a lot on Tuesday. Probably be live most of the day. But I'm getting ready to lock in on here and make y'all look real stupid. And I'm just going to have to ban a lot of you because you all, you're children. But that's the best way I can put it. You're children, and I don't want children here anymore. Distracting from talking about real shit. I want to get my multi-streaming back so I can stream on all the different apps I don't want to stream on. It's like 4 different apps. It's going to be so nice, too. We're going to have to ban a lot of people, but it's time for those people to go. People that live in the fantasy got to go. Those are some of the first people that are going, the fantasy people. Like when I say something, and then I look at the chat, and there's some fucking faggot who's got this theory. He's got some crazy theory in his head. And it's just, I'm just going to ban you. I'm not going to explain why you're dumb. Because I literally just explained it. I'm just going to ban you. Just a fair warning here that this is coming. I'm just going to ban you. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about so you understand what's getting banned, what's going to get you banned. Shit that Par was doing in the Discord, that's getting banned. That shit's out of here. That pretend not to understand what the fuck you're saying, make you repeat it 3 fucking times, pretend like you don't get it. That playing dumb shit, instant ban. Instant ban, no possibility of parole without paying me money. You're out of here. It is so gay, repetitive, and waste of time. Waste everybody's time. Nobody wants to listen to it. I don't want to deal with it. Nobody cares. I don't know why y'all get off on this weird shit y'all do, where you pretend not to understand things, or something will be explained to you, and then you'll go off on this tangent about how actually here's how it is. Here's actually what's going on. No, I just explained to you what's going on. And then these fucking retards will say the dumbest shit like, you have to agree, we have to agree with everything you say. No, retard, but when I'm talking about my life and the things I'm going to do or not do, yes, you're going to agree with what I say because it's my goddamn life. You're not going to go off on a theory about my life and tell me about my life. You're out of here. That's weird. What the fuck is wrong with you? That behavior's out of here. Instant ban. Get it out of here. And I'm telling you, after we get all these faggots out of here, streams will go back to, people long for the old days. It's so funny. They long for make videos, da-da-da-da-da. Well, back then, there wasn't any of these theories going on. There wasn't some fucking nerd in here every 5 minutes giving a theory about everything, giving his fantasy. People long for the days when nobody paid attention to these faggots. You notice that, right? It's funny. I try to explain this to these retards. They don't seem to get it. They keep saying, well, trolls built this channel. No, they didn't. If trolls built this channel, then how come all the viewers hate you motherfuckers and want me to ban you and don't care about any of you, don't want to hear about it? You notice that? They long for the 2012, 2013 days when nobody talked about it. Nobody reacted to you. There wasn't any live streams for you to type away in. Nobody cared. When are you going to wake up to that reality? 2025 is the year you motherfuckers are going to get some girlfriend. You're going to get banned off this channel. You're going to get fucking girlfriends. You're going to get a life. And you're going to be a better man by the end of the year. I'm going to force you to grow up. I know it's possible because I've done it to a few of them. And they've always came back a better person. Some of these guys got to get banned. You got to shut the playground down. It's like our Presidor says, you got to shut the playground down. It's good for these people. It really is. Look at Face Smokey. Used to be a giant queer. Used to be fucking acting like a fucking clown. I mean, pretending to be a pedo. Doing all this weird stuff online to troll. He got banned. Came back. Wasn't doing that shit no more. It was good for him. He took a break. He took a step back. He realized what a waste of time. Then he started focusing on making some money instead of wasting time on nonsense. Instead of chasing attention, he started chasing money. Stop chasing attention. Chase the money, not attention. Who cares about attention? I get enough of that. No, trolling does not help me make money. Wasting time on fantasy does nothing. It's some of the most boring content. Nobody cares about it. Y'all will catch on to that eventually. Nobody cares about any of that. Everybody is wise to the disagree for attention people. The people that disagree with me on every single thing simply to disagree so they get attention. everyone, I hope y'all realize everyone in here is wise that you're doing that. Everyone sees it, that y'all do it. You're not fooling anybody. It's very obvious when someone's doing it. Now, it may be all right for a while, but after a period of time, it's just like, God damn, this guy's still doing this. He's gay. What is wrong with him? He's still doing it. At some point, you got to evolve. You got to kind of move on. You got to change it up a bit. You get stale. It gets stale. Oh, here comes this guy, disagrees about everything. And then every stream, he's in it disagreeing, making himself the center of attention, till eventually someone pulls their wallet out and sends you to the shadow realm. That's why they ban you idiots, because you try to take over the stream. That's why Raven got banned, because he would come in here, and I knew he was going to get banned on that space, because he kept talking, he kept arguing with people, and I knew someone was going to ban him. I can feel it when they're going to ban y'all. I know it. And it's because you try to, like, take over the stream, and people don't realize nobody came here to see them. Nobody came here to hear them. People like Par, though, think there's some type of star or something in here. No, nobody actually likes Par. Like, nobody gives a shit at all. But he has mind-fucked himself into thinking he's some type of internet celebrity in the chat room or something. Is the gayest shit. It's actually really bad for him. And none of these retards are capable of getting serious and trying to make some money at this. They're just boring. Like, you can't do anything with them because they don't get it. Like, they take all this shit super personal and get in their feelings about things you say. And you can't make money with somebody like that. You can't do a show with somebody like that. You can't do anything with these people because they're fucking sensitive babies. Weak-minded, sensitive babies. Take everything on the internet so fucking serious. They log all, think somebody's going to show up at their house and beat them up. I mean, buy a gun, shoot the fucking motherfucker if he shows up at your house. Give me a fucking break. So fucking scared of. Ain't nobody ever showed up at my fucking house, so why would... If nobody showed up looking for me, why the fuck would they look for you? Who the fuck are you? Nobody knows who you are. These people need to humble themselves a little bit, you know, some of these people. They need to humble themselves a little bit. You're not relevant enough for anyone to find your house, bro. Nobody's doing that. People got lives, gotta go to work and shit. What, are you going to get a fucking plane ticket, fly across the country to troll? The fuck, gotta go to work. Can't take a fucking couple days off work to fly around troll. Are people retarded? And why would I need to do that? Hell, all somebody's got to do is fucking mind fuck you, say, hey, I'm gonna come get you. And these idiots fucking fall for it. Hell, they get all bent ass shape about it. Motherfucker don't even got to leave his bedroom to troll you idiots. He can do it from the comfort of his couch. I do believe Junie is a troll, yes. I mean, that's why I blocked him. Because the conversations we were having were just like, I just felt like he was trolling. I just felt like he wasn't being serious. That's another guy fumbled the bag. These dudes are dumb. They're all dumb. They start YouTube channels, they make videos, and then when they get an opportunity, they fucking fumble it every time because they're sensitive. I don't know if Junie's a troll, but I think he tries to troll a little bit. I mean, I think he believes all that shit, but I think he tries to troll a little bit. It's hard to tell. Some of these people, they're not trolling. These political people, they fucking believe all this shit. They're fucking retarded. Like I said many times, You're either a troll or a retard. I mean, you can pick one. I don't care which one you pick, but those are the two options. Yeah, but Keith was entertaining. Keith, he made it entertaining. He gave you something to talk about. Some of these people, their material is stale, bro. They ain't updated it. And I mean, how many times you can react to the same thing? You know what I mean? How many times you gonna react to the same fucking comment before it's like, all right, man, who cares? And if you're not gonna change the material up, it's just why wouldn't somebody ban you? You just repeating yourself over and over every day. Boring. Parr made it too obvious when he came back on there. He was like, Kamala's gonna secure the border. Man, you've been arguing for 8 years that the border's fine. We don't need to do nothing. What are you talking about? He just made it so obvious. Like he changed his profile picture to Kamala, and he thinks you can't tell. It's easy to tell. You just read his comment, and it sounds like some troll shit. Like he's just trying to get people going. Boring. If I want to argue with somebody, I want to argue with somebody that actually believes what they're saying, not somebody just saying it to start an argument. That's so dumb. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? We're just having a fake argument for views? I mean, what is this for? I mean, it's in the Discord. It's literally irrelevant. At least on the stream, you get some entertainment out of it. You can listen to the fake argument. What the fuck? On Discord, we're just fucking typing into our phones, having a fake art. This is gay. It feels gay. That's why I left. It's like, this is so fucking gay. Like, you can't have a serious conversation about the election because everyone's just trolling, saying obviously stupid shit to try to get attention. It's like, my God, get a girlfriend, get a wife, man. Get some hobbies, bro. Jesus Christ. Y'all too desperate for attention. You can tell the guys that have things going on in their real life because they don't do that all day. They have plenty of attention, so they're not getting on here for that. And you can tell the lonely motherfuckers, it's all they do all day is just try to get people to look at them. Pay attention to me. Parr's got it bad. You can tell how sad Parr's real life is because he gets off work and that's all he does is just beg for attention from people that think he's a dork all day long, begging for attention. A miserable life, a sad life. Yeah, Keith came up with stories about being a fat slob. Like, Keith was trying to fucking sell the lie. He had a backstory about his fake life and all this shit. Like, if you're going to do all that, put a little effort in. Goddamn. Is that too much to ask for a little effort? Yeah, Junie did get real mad that one time. You could hear it in his voice. I don't know. In the Twitter DMs, it seems like he trolls a lot, though. Just some of the shit he says, it's just like, oh, fucking come on, man. You sound so goofy. It's hard to tell with him. He was angry that one day. I could hear it in his fucking voice. He was so fucking pissed. I told him he has blood on his hands. They hate when I treat them like they treated me. Like, every time an illegal would kill someone, I would DM him, and I would DM him the story, and I would say, her blood is on your hands. Joey fucking nuts. Hey, but I was called a Nazi and all this shit. And I was, they said, oh, you want to separate children. Now Kamala's lost 300,000 children, and they don't even talk about it. That's what I mean when I say they're fully exposed. Like, if you pay attention, you'll never take these people serious again because they bitched about separating children, and they've lost 300,000 kids at the border. They don't know where they're at.
A lot of them are in sex slavery, work slavery. Look into it. It's a very serious, very real thing. The problem is people don't believe this stuff when you tell them. I mean, because it sounds so crazy. Like they lost 300,000 children. Like what? And I get it sounds insane, but it's true. But people are unwilling to look into it. They just hear it and they go, "That's crazy." And they've been propagandized into doing that. Like when they hear these things, they go, "Oh, that's fake. That's some right wing stuff. That's about like they've been propagandized." I used to be just like them. You hear something and you say, "Nah, that's right wingers coming up with some crazy thing." But once you get really informed and open up your mind and pay attention, you start to realize that's actually liberals that do that. It's the liberals that are always making things up. Yeah, right wingers do it from time to time, but not like the liberals do. And the right wingers, like you hear something, you think that's insane, and then you look into it, and it's true. Every single fucking time, it's true. Or at the very least, it's inconclusive. Like there ain't, the liberals are like that's been debunked, and you look into it, and you're like, I don't think it's been debunked, because if you look into something, that you'll be left with a bunch of questions, and then you go back over to the liberals, and you realize they've answered none of the questions. Well, I got all these questions about this, and they don't have answers for it. So how can you tell me it's debunked? If it was debunked, you'd be able to answer all these questions that I now have because I looked into this. But instead, they call you a Nazi and tell you to go hush, which is a dead giveaway that they're lying and that this information must be true because they don't even want to talk about it. They want to say it's debunked and move on. That's their idea of debunking something. They go on TV, they say it's debunked, and they move on. And you're supposed to move on too, or you're a fucking Nazi. Those are the rules. Problem with me is I don't care about being called all these things. I don't give a shit about none of this. Just call me whatever you fucking want. I'm supposed to fucking roll over and kiss their ass because they name call? Fuck these people. Let them say whatever they want, call whatever name they want. Training Day is a great movie. Watch for free. Where's Duck at? Get him in here. Did he make a base? What's the server? Parr called me a man-child. Why? Because I don't want to sit there and listen to him type troll shit all day and beg for attention. That makes me a man-child. Make it make sense. Now, I know the fantasy. Some are lost in the fantasy that I left, and I know your fantasy because I know you like the back of my hand. Your fantasy is I left the Discord because I was getting emotional about the election or some faggot shit. No. I left because I'm tired of reading faggot-ass troll shit all day. I'm tired of every time I load it up, I go in there, and everyone's just trying to get me to react to them. It's gay. I'm just a normal person. I'm not fucking Donald Trump. I'm not famous. Stop chasing chasing attention from me. It's gay. Do you understand how gay it is? God, it's so gay. It's like you're jumping around, waving your hands, like, yeah, right here, Smokey, right here, Smokey, right here. And it's like, dude, relax. Fucking weird. And I like to argue, but like when it's a fake argument, I don't even want to have it. Like, this is a fake argument. This guy doesn't even believe the shit he's saying. He's just saying it to start an argument. That's gay. You understand? That's gay. Why would I want to sit there and do that all day? At least have the fake argument on Discord where at least people in the stream get a little entertainment out of it. Listening to me clown you. Typing in that Discord. Nobody cares. Nobody's reading it. Nobody gives a shit. It's a waste of time. Another thing I noticed is a lot of people in the Discord, they don't even watch the streams. Like, you'll be talking to them and they'll be saying stuff and you're like, what are you fucking talking about? Why are they there, by the way? Why are they in the Discord for the stream and they don't even watch it? Why are they there? They should not be there. If you don't watch the stream, you should not be in the Discord. What's the purpose? The Discord is for the stream. Why are you there? You don't watch. It's easy to tell who watches because the things they say, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You'll spend an hour talking about something on the stream. You'll go in the Discord. This motherfucker's typing away some irrelevant shit. It's like, dude, if you'd have watched the stream, I already talked about all that. I mean, what point was that retard even trying to make? He was like, well, he states the obvious. Like, he's the dumbest son of a bitch. I don't know how he's an accountant. He's an idiot. He's like, if Trump loses, you'll be wrong. Yeah, no shit. Like, what the fuck? What point was he trying to make yesterday? Like, I'm at work and he keeps blowing my phone up. He's insane. And I'm just like, dude, I'm out of here. Like, you're blowing my phone up. I'm trying to listen to a podcast and stock this shit. And you're fucking ding, 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 ding. With these notifications. And then you pull your phone out of your pocket and you read it. And he's pretending that he doesn't understand simple things. And he's just trolling for attention. And I gotta leave because you're blowing my phone up like a woman. Like a crazed ex-girlfriend. Well, 32,000 missing children is still a lot of children. I'm just done with the fantasies. Done listening to it all day, reading about it. No need for fantasy. People asking me in my opinion in a Discord. I just did an hour-long fucking stream. What's wrong with you? Why are you in here? Why are you in here? You don't watch the stream. That's got to stop. Those motherfuckers got to go. Ian, Malcolm, and all these people. They don't watch the stream. Why are they in the Discord? And they'll be in there telling you stuff like you didn't just spend an hour talking about it on the goddamn stream. I don't need you to tell me nothing. I know more than you. Because all you do is focus on Israel all fucking day. Motherfuckers hyper-focused on Israel. He's like, I'm not voting for anyone that's pro-Israel. It's like, God damn, that's your number one issue? You know how privileged you got to be? That's your number one issue in this country is Israel? I think all those dudes are faggots that sit around, all they do is talk about Israel all day. Don't tell me you don't hate Jews. Because you do. You do. Oh, man. There is no data to support what you just typed. That's another thing. That's another reason I left the Discord. Shit like that right there. Women, college-educated whites, and seniors over 65 are going Harris. There is no data that shows any of that. The only data that we have is the early vote data, and that's broken down Republican, Democrat, Independent. You cannot possibly know how, and once again, perhaps some of those Democrats are voting Republican. Perhaps some of those Republicans are voting Democrat. We don't really know how the independents are voting. That's the only realistic data that we have is the early vote. All the polls and stuff, that's all guesswork. Could be accurate, could be bullshit. We won't know until the election's over how accurate the polls were. And if you look at history, like I said, sometimes polls are accurate, sometimes they're not. It all varies because it's all guesswork. You can't possibly know how millions upon millions of people are going to vote by interviewing 1,000 here and 1,000 there. You might get a feeling of what's going to happen, and you might end up being correct. But as history shows, you could be completely wrong, because at the end of the day, I could go talk to 1,000 people, but that's not going to tell me how 100 million people are going to vote. How could it possibly tell me how 100 million people are going to vote? And that's all a poll is. That's why I say take polls with a grain of salt. Take them all with a grain of salt. They all say Trump's winning. Take it with a grain of salt, because he could lose. He could easily lose. The polls could be wrong. Remember, Hillary was going to win. Hillary's going to win. 96% chance. Blah, blah, blah. Look what happened. Upsets happen. Kamala winning is a massive upset. It's a massive upset. To me, it's bigger than Trump. It's a bigger upset than Trump winning in 2016, quite frankly, because Kamala Harris is such a bad candidate. She's terrible. And I'm not talking about her policies, or I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about strictly just being a candidate, just being able to talk, answer questions. I'm not talking about her policies. I'm not saying she's a bad candidate because she believes in this or that. That's not what I'm saying. She's a bad candidate because the bitch can't talk. She can't answer questions. She can't say what you want about Trump. But in 2016, he was running on real shit, and he could talk, and he was quick on his feet, and he could hang in debates and shit, and he was talking about real shit. He had a winning message. She is just, God. Did you see the video of her? I mean, she rehearses everything. It is fucking crazy how rehearsed she is. This election is wild because it's Trump who is not rehearsed at all. He is like just authentic. What you see is what you get. You either like it or you don't. But that's him. There ain't no fakeness to Donald Trump. That's who he is. She is just, who is she really? This is why people wanted her to go on Rogan. This is why Rogan was saying, like, I'm not trying to give her a tough interview. I just want to know who the fuck she is. And she wouldn't go on there. And Rogan would not have been hard on her. He'd have dealt with her just like he dealt with Trump. Now, Kamala's problem on Rogan would be she would say stuff, and Rogan would push back, because if he doesn't, he's going to look retarded. Like, she's going to tell crazy lies, and he's going to have no choice but to go. And he did it to Trump, where he was like, well, how are you going to stop Putin from going to war? Like, how would you have stopped these things? She's not going to be able to fucking give an answer to none of that. And then she's going to be calling Trump Hitler, and he's going to be like, well, based on what? And why did you call it a Nazi rally? Are you saying Trump supporters are Nazis? Like, she would just get herself into 3 hours unscripted with Rogan. She's going to make so many blunders. She's going to fucking say something dumb. She's going to not be able to answer certain questions. It's just not good. And they know it would be bad for her. It's why she didn't do it. There's nothing to gain. People keep saying, oh, she should have done Rogan. It would have helped her. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't help her to fucking fail and look like a retard. She already looks stupid as fuck. She's smart not doing Rogan. She's smart, because it would not have went well for her. Her best strategy is just to hope motherfuckers are dumb enough to vote for her, and she can ride that anti-Trump wave. And that's what she's got to hope for, that people hate Donald Trump enough to vote for her. And I'm skeptical that they hate Trump enough to vote for her. Oh, women are going to vote for her. Women are going to vote. I don't know about that either. I don't know about that. Why? Just because she's a woman? I mean, how embarrassing for women that that's how people think about them, that they're just going to vote for this terrible candidate because of abortion. Women have an opportunity to really prove to the country that they are not fucked in the head. Because if they vote for this woman based on abortion, that's sad, bro. That's some sad-ass shit. I don't care how you feel about abortion, whether you support it or not. You got to admit that's sad. You got to admit that being the number one issue in this election is a sad, sad state of affairs. With the economy the way it is, with these wars, with the border, It's a real sad thing that you would say, well, fuck all that. I need abortion. And Trump's not even talking about banning abortion. So once again, what the fuck are you voting for? Oh, you've been psyoped. Trump's done with the abortion topic. He's done with it. He sent it back to the states. It's done. Trump's not doing anything else with abortion. He's done with it. He says it all the time. And I believe him, because what's there left to do? I mean, there's no reason to be worried about it. The states get to decide. And isn't it better? Isn't that a better plan, where we got 50 states? Some states have abortion, some states don't. Isn't that better than the federal government being in charge, and then if they decide to ban it, it's banned. If they decide to unban it, it's unbanned. There's no choice. At least when you go with states' rights, you got 50 states. You got 50 options. That's always better than letting the federal government take over and they control everything. Then there's nowhere to go. If Republicans ban abortion on a federal level, where are you going to go get one at? See, dumb fuck liberals don't think about this. All they think about is, I'm in power now, so fuck it. We control everything now, so they don't think about what could happen. See, I learned that from a young age. Alex Jones taught me that. That just because you're in power now does not mean you'll be in power forever. So you got to think about, when you pass laws and stuff, think about those laws, those powers in the hands of your enemy, the hands of the people you don't want in power. Eventually, they will win an election and they will take power back. So if you've given them all this power because your side was in power and you thought, oh, let my side run wild, I want them to do all these things. Well, now the other side's in power and they get to use all those tools that you gave to your side. That's why it's best to shrink the federal government. And that's what Trump's talking about doing. That's what Elon's talking about doing. That's what we need. We need it so bad. We need the federal government to be shrinked. We need taxes cut. It'll be so good for everybody's wallet. Everyone's paychecks will get bigger. Like, people don't understand how good it could be if they would just get over this Democrat horse shit. These Democrats have done nothing but fail. Well, the Republicans have failed too. Donald Trump was in power for 4 years. Donald Trump has not been in power 30, 40 fucking years. I don't care what George W. Bush did. George W. Bush opposes Trump. The Republicans that suck all hate Trump. So this is not, you have to break yourself of that bullshit where you're like, well, the Republicans, what have they ever done? This ain't about the Republicans. This is about Donald Trump. This is about getting Elon in there. It's about getting Ron Paul in there. All these people, RFK, all these people coming on board. You got an opportunity to put them in there. And those are the people that are going to want to shrink government and cut taxes. They're not going to want to, they have no incentive to build government up because they're not politicians. It's such an opportunity. I feel like this country will squander it, though. They'll probably end up voting Kamala because it's just too good to be true. We're gonna have Ron Paul. We're gonna have Elon Musk. We're gonna shrink the federal government. Nah, probably not. Probably not. They're gonna fucking somehow win. They're gonna kill him. Something's gonna happen because it's just too good to be true. It's everything people like me have been talking about our whole lives. If we could just get somebody like a Ron Paul in there. And now we're right there. We're right there. We're so close. And we have to try to talk to these dumb, ignorant children and explain to them why they need to vote Trump. And they're so dumb. And they won't listen. And it's just sad. You just shake your head and realize, yep, these idiots are going to fuck it up. They're going to squander this opportunity. And we'll never get an opportunity like this again. Never again. And then 4 years of Kamala will be 4 of the worst years this country's ever seen. And then you'll get to 2028 and you'll think, all right, people's come to their senses. And then you'll say, no, they haven't. You'll be arguing with these retards. There's no hope for so many of these retards. There's no hope for them. They're lost. They're lost to the propaganda. It's the ego. It's the ego that so many of you have, that you just think you know best. And when you think you know best, you're unwilling to hear opposing viewpoints. You're unwilling to look into anything because, hey, you know best. You've already figured everything out, so you don't have to look into nothing. I mean, all signs right now point to Trump winning. All signs right now point to Trump winning. The early vote is really good for the Republicans. The polls are good. The market stuff's good. So, like I said, if Kamala wins, it's an upset. Like, it's a massive surprise because there's nothing pointing to her winning. And whoever loses is going to think it's rigged anyway. There's going to be shenanigans, 79 days of hell. There's going to be tons of shenanigans after. Ugh. Yeah, this Iowa stuff is so dumb. See, I live firmly in reality, and then I come into the Discord, or I come into here and I read some of these comments, and you guys, I don't know what stuff you're watching and who's feeding you all this bullshit, but you all do realize Democrats are getting decimated in the early voting, right? You do realize it's not good for them. You all keep saying that they're dominating early voting, and I don't think you see the full picture here, that they're not dominating early voting at all. The reason that you're seeing all this stuff over the last couple of days is they're trying to demoralize you and keep you from going out on election day. Do you know why? Because they're getting fucked up in early voting. And the fear is that on election day, Republicans are going to come out in force like they always do, and Democrats aren't doing like they used to do on early voting. Their turnout is down. Republican turnout is up in early voting. And so they're worried that, oh shit, the Republicans, they're going to come out on election day and they're going to vote like they've always voted, and there's no way, because Democrats vote early, Republicans vote on election day. It's always been that way. It's not that way this time, where you have Republicans who have, in some cases they're winning, in some cases they're tied, in some cases they're losing the early vote, but not by a lot. Now, if you go back in history, you look, they've always been getting decimated in early voting. Democrats always dominate. They're not dominating like they used to. So now Democrats don't come out on election day like Republicans. So if Democrats aren't getting this early vote and Republicans are coming out, and Democrats have to make up all this ground on election day, it's not good. It's not a good sign. Now, you all would know this if you would pay attention. Now, CNN talked about this. This is not a theory. This is not some conspiracy crap from the right wing. This is, everyone's talking about this. This is widely known. This is things that people are talking about on social media every day. News media talks about it. Plenty of videos breaking down the early voting and what's going on. I just feel like you guys, I don't know what you're watching, but stop watching it. Like, it's feeding you horse shit. Y'all believe this stupid shit. Democrats have been decimated in voter registration. They're getting decimated in the early voting. And they always get decimated on election day, right? The Republicans always have a bigger turnout on election day. And if that remains true this time around, they're done. They're done. They can't. This is why you're seeing the desperation. Because they have to convince you that she's going to win and there's no reason for you to even vote. Don't even bother. That's what all this is about. If they can convince you that he has no chance by putting out some goofy poll here and there, oh, he's going to lose Iowa and all this fucking goofy shit. Like, what? If Trump loses Iowa, he's losing in a fucking landslide. Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that Trump's going to lose Iowa. But I think they're desperate. I think that they're going to pull out all the stops. They're going to try everything they can. That's the only chance they have now. That's what you have to understand about the early voting. The only chance these people have now is to convince you to stay home by convincing you that he's already lost and there's no point anyway. But if you actually look at the data, the early voting data, that is not true at all. Trump is doing very well. Compare 2020 to 2024. Trump is doing very well. Democrats are doing worse than they did in 2020. And this is all early voting. Now, there's also another cope that they're using where, yeah, there's a lot of Republicans early voting and of Republican voter registration, but these people are voting for Kamala. These are Republican voters voting for Kamala. This is a hidden Kamala vote from the Republicans. Yeah, maybe. I doubt it. I highly doubt it, but that's possible. But this is the level of coping you're seeing where it's like, and then I go into, that's why I left the Discord. I go in the Discord, I read all this retard shit. I'm like, fuck, these people don't even pay attention. Talking to a bunch of fucking people that don't even fucking watch the news. They don't watch nothing. Pay attention to nothing. Don't know anything. And you try to tell them, you try to explain things to them, and then they get in their ego. They get in their feelings about it. Well, everyone has to agree with you. Yeah, if I say the sky's blue and you say it's not, yeah, you're an idiot. What the fuck? I'm showing you data, early voting data. This isn't polling. This is voting. And that data supports Republicans winning, supports Trump winning. Get out of your feelings about it and accept reality. Yes, you have to agree with reality. And if you can't, I don't want you around me. I'm tired of these motherfuckers that live in a fantasy all day. Think a man can get pregnant, and a woman, they don't know what a woman is. That was just fantasy. I'm tired of fantasy. Don't want to be involved in it. If you can't fucking talk reality, get out of here. Y'all are coping so heavy about this fucking election. It's insane. The coping every day is nuts. He ain't even won yet, and you're already coping about it. Every single day. Like you're trying to convince yourself she's going to win. Like, hey, it's looking good, you know. How's it looking good for Kamala? Crickets. Nobody has an answer. Well, the early voting's looking good for her. No, it's not. The fuck are you talking about? I read this shit every day. Oh, she's doing great in the early voting. No, she's not. You're fucking retarded. And all day long, I post shit proving that you're an idiot and don't know what you're talking about. And you just scroll right past, ignore it. Because you're not there to have a conversation and learn anything. And you're there to troll. You're there to get attention that daddy and mommy won't give, that there's no girl to give, there's no friends. It's just this shit. Just Discord. That's all you have. Sad. It's a sad state of affairs. Very sad. Democrats have always led in early voting. It's not just COVID. That's all coping, man. That's what I mean. Like cope. This is all cope shit. Like I said, she could win. Of course she could win. Anything can happen. But until we have some real proof that she's going to win, just stop pretending. Just stop embarrassing yourself and wasting my goddamn time. Because I'm not coping about Trump winning. I'm not sitting here living in I'm telling you that he's winning based on a bunch of shit. I'm not sitting here just going, well, yeah, he's winning, but I don't know how to really prove it, but he is. That's what you guys are doing with Kamala. Yeah, she's going to win. How? And you don't have an answer. Because you're just making it up. You're hoping that she wins. Why? I don't even know. Like, God, hoping a terrible candidate wins so you can troll on the internet. And you call me a man-child? You voting for a terrible fucking candidate so you can troll on the internet. You're a fucking child. You ain't even a man. You're a child, period. Spare me the bullshit. I ain't voting for Trump to troll on the internet. I'm voting for Trump because I think he's the best candidate that we got running. Two choices. There ain't another one to choose from, so Trump's the best out of these two choices. It's real simple. So we go Trump. Yes, there's a bunch of shit that backs up Trump winning the election. And I've explained it in this very stream. And I've explained it many times, and I'm not going to explain it again. So if you choose to act retarded and pretend that you didn't hear all that, then go ahead, I guess. I don't care. I don't care. I can't click your little link, but I'll take your word for it. It's not 2012, though. That's irrelevant. Dun, 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 dun. I'm at peace with whoever wins. Because life goes on. You won't hear me melting down about it. Won't hear me coping about it. I'll accept whatever happens, and that's that. Because I know I kind of win either way, because she's going to be terrible, and my credibility is going to shoot up because I predicted how terrible she's going to be. So either I'm right about Trump winning the election or I'm right about Kamala sucking. I win either way. Now, pretend you don't understand what I just said for attention, like Parr does. Parr's like, well, so you can never be wrong? No, retard. I would be wrong about one of them. I can't be right about both, right? Trump can't win. If Trump wins, Kamala won't be president. So I can't possibly be right about her fucking the country up because she won't have an opportunity to, right? So I'm going to be right about one and wrong about the other based on whoever wins. Can you not wrap your head around that concept, retard? Of course you can. You're a grown man. You understand what I'm saying. You're just pretending not to for attention. The attention daddy and mommy. Now, this is why daddy and mommy don't want to talk to you. This is why girls don't want to spend time with you. This is why you're at where you're at in life. You got no friends because you act like this. They're very unserious people. I'm voting for someone so I can troll on the internet. I can troll about it if she wins. I can troll about it if she wins too. You don't realize that? Like if she wins, I'm gonna get to troll you for 4 fucking years. She's gonna be a disaster, and every time she fucks up, I'm gonna be able to go to you and clown you. You're not thinking this one through. If you people think you're gonna get me somehow, you've never gotten me once in your goddamn life. You didn't get me in 2020. I sit there in that stream, listen to all y'all gloat, and what did I tell you? You're gonna regret running your mouth. You're gonna regret voting for this guy, and you did. You fucking did. What do they say when you bring up Biden now? Well, Biden's not running for president. They don't even want to talk about Biden anymore. They don't want to talk about Joe no more. And it'll be just the same with Kamala. Now imagine voting for a woman who's going to raise your gas, raise your electric bill, raise the price of food, get your rent going to go up, everything going to go up. She's going to be so damn terrible. And you voting all that so you can troll, and you ain't even going to get to troll. You ain't even going to get to talk no shit. And you're going to come in here on election night and run your mouth, and all I'm going to do is clip it, screenshot it, put it in a folder, and rub it in your face 6 months later, because you're going to be wrong. You're going to regret voting for this woman. She is going to destroy your party. She's going to destroy the fucking economy. She sucks. She sucks. I mean, she can't even answer questions. She can't even explain what she's going to do. I mean, who would vote for that? I just don't believe the country is going to vote for such an unprofessional person, for someone who is just, they don't have an answer for anything. They're just so scripted, and they repeat themselves constantly, and there's no authenticity to it. And I mean, what do they even believe? Like she's done a 180 on everything she claims to believe, and so how could you trust her? Like, I just don't see the country voting for that. This isn't about policy or anything like that. This is about just Kamala Harris comes off as a very unserious liar. And I think the country's facing serious times. People are struggling. And I just don't think people are going to vote for this woman and put themselves through 4 more years of this shit. I get that some of you are willing to do that because all you care about is trolling on the internet. But I think the average person doesn't give a shit about that. And they're thinking about food and gas and things like that. And she doesn't seem to have a plan to fix any of it. And she's in power right now. So it's kind of her fault that we're dealing with all this. I just have more faith in the people of this country that they're not that damn dumb. How can anyone be that dumb? And she's, I mean, she hasn't done any real interviews, and the interviews she did were like edited, and they changed. I mean, look what CBS did. Changed the question, changed the answer, ask her a question, and then edited the video to put a different answer. It was just all so weird. And one of the biggest giveaways that I think they're going to lose is the way they're acting right now. They're very emotional. They're very, I mean, it seems to get worse by the day. The Liz Cheney stuff, I mean, holy shit. Holy shit. And I think at this point, Trump does it on purpose. Trump has literally destroyed the mainstream media. Their credibility is in the toilet. And every time they lie, I think it gets worse for them. And I think we're at a point where Trump, people say, well, the way he worded that comment was so weird. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. If you understand the bigger picture, that he worded that comment like that because he knew how they were going to twist it. If you accept the reality that every time they lie about Trump, it helps Trump, which is true, then it's easy to see what's going on here. It's easy to see that Trump is baiting them, that he is making them do this stuff. He has to know. I mean, he says it at rallies all the time. He says, when he says stuff, he'll go, now see, I said that they're gonna spin it, they're gonna twist my words. He knows. He knows what they're gonna do, but he still does it. He still words things very weird, you know. And I think it's on purpose. I think he wants to destroy the mainstream media. And it's working. It's working. Like I said, if you win this election, then I guess, you know, keep doing what you're doing because it's working for you guys. But if you lose this one, it's really time to change tactics. It's time to leave the lying behind. It's time to just stop the bullshit because it's hurting your party. You're going to keep losing. I said years ago it wasn't sustainable doing all this. It's not sustainable. It may work for a little bit, but there's going to be a limit to how long that's going to work because you can only lie to somebody so long. You know, it's like having a girlfriend and she just cheats and she cheats and she cheats and she lies and she lies. Well, eventually you catch the bitch. Because lies can only go on for so long before people catch on. And they don't control social media. They don't have X anymore. So it's so easy to figure out what the truth is when you get on X because there's community notes and, you know, you can see both sides of the argument and, everyone's allowed to speak and you can really figure out what's true and what's bullshit. Didn't used to be that way. So easy to figure out if something's a lie or not now. Takes seconds because you got X. It's so hard to lie on X now because, number one, people in the comment section, nobody's censored so people can respond and post the truth. And then you got community notes. I can put the truth right under your fucking tweet. Literally directly under the motherfucker so everybody sees it. This is why they hate Elon. Because Elon fucked their shit up. He fucked the game up. He evened the playing field. So... And I don't know if Democrats can win without cheating in terms of not cheating with like rigging the machines or nothing, but cheating as in using the media, using social media, censoring certain stories, censoring people's voices. I don't think they can. I don't think they fare well without that. But we're going to see. We're going to find out. I'm more interested in learning about the country, like learning about where people are. And that's what the vote will tell us. See, I'm not a child about these things. I'm not an emotional child. I know life going to go on either way. And I'm going to be right either way. So, you know, it is what it is. I won't be happy about the prices going up, but what can you do? You can't do nothing about it. So it is what it is. If she wins, she wins. There's nothing you can do. There's no reason to melt down, no reason to cry about it. Just accept it. It is what it is. And then you start thinking about 2028. But I just don't see how she wins. I don't think she gets 81 million votes. I think she massively underperforms Biden. I think Trump gets more votes than he got in 2020. So we're looking at 74 plus million votes. So she's going to lose votes. He's going to gain. I think everybody can agree on that based on all the data we have, all the evidence we have. It does seem like he's going to gain votes and she's going to lose votes compared to 2020. I don't mean she's going to lose, but that's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious at the vibe of I mean, you could just see it where people are more open about saying they'll vote for Trump. Remember when people wouldn't tell you? Remember when it was, don't wear the MAGA hat, don't talk about it. Now people are more willing to talk about it. They're more willing. And that shows a change in the country. People feel differently about Trump. It's not as hot as it used to be. I'll be glad when it's over so we can just see what happens. And then we'll know going forward, like, is this country lost? If she wins, the country's lost. It will never return. They will wreck it. The voters are retarded. So you might as well just get on Rust, get on PlayStation, and just, who gives a fuck about any of it? And if Trump wins, I mean, it's going to be 79 days of complete madness. It's going to be, I mean, God knows what they'll do. I mean, I just feel like they have to lose because they have to have their January 6th moment. We have to come full circle on this. Everything goes full circle with these people. So this is inevitable to me. Like, it's just inevitable. When Trump lost in 2020, it was inevitable he would run again. It was inevitable he would win. It just seems like that's the way it's going to go. Like, I try to tell myself, well, she could win, but I can't figure out how she wins. Other than, well, people hate Trump. Like, that's the only explanation that makes any sense. Yeah, well, people hate Trump. Yeah, but look at it this way. He gained 10 million votes between 2016 and 2020. That shows you right there that 10 million people that used to not like him started liking him. He's more likable now than he's ever been. So surely he gains votes. Even CNN says he's more popular than ever. There's a CNN clip going around where they talk about that. So, like, I just don't see how she wins. She underperforms Biden, and Trump overperforms his last performance. How does she win? Make that make sense. And nobody can. Nobody can. So they cope about it. I mean, I tell myself every day, yeah, she's probably gonna win, but I can't explain why, other than people are retarded. I can't really make the case for her winning. I tried. I come in here, I ask you idiots to make it. You can't either. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, you just gotta accept that he's probably gonna win. I mean, nobody can. I mean, how many times have I asked? Just explain it to me. Bring me back down to earth. I'm in the clouds floating around. Bring me back down to earth. I want to be brought back down. I want to be like, I want to hear something and go, yeah, you're right. You're right. She's going to win. That way, when she wins, I'm not shocked. I will be shocked. I won't be all bent out of shape about it because it is what it is, but I will be shocked. Like, it's a truly shocking moment. It's like, wow. Just because she's such a bad candidate. Like, she's so bad at it. How does she get here? How does she become vice? It's crazy. It's fucking insane that this woman could become the president. And you listen to her campaign, you watch her interviews, and you can't even figure out how she got here. What the fuck did she do to get in this position? Is this just luck? Is her whole life just a series of lucky moments? Biden picks her. Biden's old as fuck, drops out. She steps in. She runs against Trump. People hate Trump. They vote for her. Like, is it just... It's the luckiest woman ever. Like, she's always in the right place at the right time. Of course Trump will get mad. Trump will say it's rigged. I mean, why do y'all like stupid fucking questions? You already know how Trump will react, and you already know how the Democrats are going to react. You've seen it. When the Democrats lose, they blame Russia. When Trump loses, he says it's rigged. They both are going to claim rigged if they lose. You know that. Knock it off. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all watch this stream all these years, and you ain't figured that out? Of course you figured that out. Knock it off. Knock it off with this myth that, well, no, only one side says it's rigged. Nah, they both do it. They both do it. Stop. Stop the bullshit. I don't believe it's rigged. I don't believe they can rig the machines or do any of that. I don't buy into that. They're certainly not acting like that. They're acting like they have no control over anything and they're panicking. They're panicking every day. It's pure desperation, pure panic every day. See it every day. Now, if she's got it in the bag, why are they panicking? She's got it in the bag. What's to worry about? They're worried as fuck. I think the Trump supporters need to. I mean, they seem like they think they got it. It's over, and that could backfire on them. Some of them could say, "I'm not going to go vote." It could backfire on them. I don't know though. I think these Trump voters, they're going to vote. I mean, people love Trump. The people voting for Trump, they want him to be president. The people voting for Kamala, they just want to stop Trump. And I don't know. This is what it's going to come down like. Is that enough to beat Trump? Is Trump hatred still strong enough to beat him? Because that's what she's running on. She's running on you hate Donald Trump. The you hate Donald Trump vote. And it's possible that we're going to find out that the country doesn't hate Trump like we thought. Remember, he won in 2016, so this idea that he's so hated and everything, he's not as hated as you want to pretend. I mean, 10 million more people voted for him in 2020. That's pretty impressive. And she has been bleeding supporters. That's just how bad Biden has been, where there's a lot of people they're just turned off by Democrats. Look at fucking Anna Kasparian. Look at all these people. Like, you can't see the energy shifting. You can't see it. It's right in front of your face every day. Some of you are deep in denial about this stuff. You're deep in denial about the fact that the Democratic Party is falling apart. Literally happening in front of your face every day. You got these fucking leftists that are now asking all these questions. And it's so funny to me because I know exactly what they're going through. They're asking questions, legitimate questions, and they're getting attacked. They're getting attacked. This is how it works. You ask questions, these people attack you, and then you realize, oh, these leftists suck. They suck ass. And then you ask questions of the right-wingers, and they give you answers. And then you realize, oh, well, I'll go with these people. At least they answer questions. At least they fucking can answer a question. These people can't answer shit. They get mad at you for asking certain questions. It's always a legitimate question, too. They can't stand it. Because you're not supposed to question them. You're supposed to do what they say. Vote fucking Kamala and hush. Fucking gaslighting about how Trump's exhausted. He doesn't have the energy for this. He's too old. He's running circles around her. What the fuck are they talking? They live in a fantasy. He's running circles around this dumb bitch. Play fucking pretend all day. Oh, he's tired. He ain't got. No, I bet he is tired. He's still running. Be tired from running circles around her ass. She went on Saturday Night Live. You see, she skipped. She was supposed to go to Michigan, and she skipped going to Michigan to go do Saturday Night Live. I don't know. I've seen a lot of smart people saying Trump's going to win and he's going to get the popular vote. I see that a lot. And these are smart people. Smart, successful people that I don't feel like, they don't really lie about everything. They don't seem to be in the business of just trying to shill for politicians. They just seem like That's their prediction. But we got to pretend anyone that tells us stuff we don't want to hear is an idiot. We got to play pretend. We got to pretend that Elon Musk is retarded. That's when I knew these people lost their damn mind, and they just try to tell me Elon's an idiot. Oh, yeah, sure. A literal rocket scientist is an idiot. Sure he is. Yeah, she taking days off. It's hilarious. She probably a nervous wreck, though. She knows she's going to lose. It's her fault if she loses. I mean, God, she's had opportunities. She could have did Rogan. But she can't talk. She can't hang for 3 hours. That's why she said, let's do an hour. And why would Rogan only do an hour? Like, she needs to go on Rogan. Rogan don't need her. They were like, Rogan should fly to her. Why? He doesn't even like her. He doesn't want to vote for her. Why would he care to? Why is he going to go out of his way to try to help her? Give her an interview. She needs him, so she got to come to him. That's how this works. Trump came to her, came to him. What the fuck? And Trump did a 3-hour show. Yes, Biden would be a better candidate than Kamala, yes. Even in his current state right now, he's a better candidate. I mean, he made that garbage comment was a massive blunder. I think that one dude said he should come out and apologize instead of trying to pretend like it didn't happen. He won't, though. What a disgrace as our president. Called half the country garbage. He's the president. You see, they try to compare that to Trump. These people are retarded. They go, well, Trump said Detroit is like a trash can or some shit. Yeah, it is. This idea that you can't point out problems in the country or you hate the country. From people, I've been seeing this argument a lot that you can't, if you say a city in the country is a shitty city and it's dirty and it's crime-ridden, you're putting the country down and you hate the country. From people who literally hate the country and burn the flag in the streets, they say this shit. It's the dumbest fucking shit. Yeah, but the president of the United States is not supposed to call any Americans. I mean, that's just bad. That's just bad. That's just bad political strategy. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? If Kamala had any sense, she would have came out and scolded Biden. That, to me, that's the move, to come out and scold Biden. And then you say, you don't talk about Americans like that. Like, you got to convince people you're not an evil piece of shit. Like, you got to convince people you don't think the way that he thinks, because he just let the cat out of the bag about how y'all think about these people. And she had an opportunity to be like, look, I don't support what he said. Like, she could have went hard at him. And maybe you would sway a couple of people to vote for you. Maybe some people would say, well, shit, she's not so bad. She's defending these Trumpers. But no. Because she's an idiot. She don't get it. They've been pushing unity. Here's why the garbage comment is so bad, because they've been pushing unity. The party of unity. We're going to end the division, all this crap. And then he calls half the country garbage. That's not fucking unity. He's dividing the country more. Trump never did that. He never called any of the people garbage. He doesn't insult the voters. He insults politicians, which is totally fine. Kind of faggot don't want to insult politicians. It's mean to insult those politicians. They got feelings. I don't think it's risky for her to scold Biden. I think it's appropriate. The Liz Cheney comment was a terrible look. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was a terrible look for Democrats and the media who lied about it for a full day, exposing themselves, embarrassing themselves, and probably waking a lot of people up who will never support them again. It was a terrible move by Democrats. And I'm pretty sure Trump baited you into it. Now, do explain to me how it's a terrible look. Explain that. Break that down for me. Yeah, liberals said that about the Cheneys for years. Everybody says that. Everybody says these politicians should have to go fight their wars. This is not some controversial thing. A lot of people believe that and support that idea. Hate to break it to you. You're in the minority. I'm telling you right now, if they put on that ballot this Tuesday, if they slip something in that said, should politicians have to fight wars that they vote for, that would win in a landslide. Everyone would vote yes, because fuck them people. Because we would know that there would be no more wars because they're not going to go fight it. It's a great way to stop war. Make these people fight the war if they start one. Boy, them wars will stop real quick. Ain't won't be a new war started. No, he did not say nothing about a firing line. He was talking about her being a soldier on a battlefield, fighting in a war that she voted for and supports. He was talking about how Washington, D.C. loves to send young men to die. Now, everybody should get behind what Trump said. Everyone should agree, quite frankly. But no, I'd rather troll and I'd rather fucking it just be a faggot. I mean, that's the problem. And y'all got to stop. Why the fuck are you supporting that? Why the fuck do you think it's controversial to say that a politician should have to fight in the wars that they vote for? Instead of sending young men. Trump is defending our soldiers, trying to protect them from being sent to senseless wars, and you guys are mad about it. He's calling out a warmonger, crooked politician, and you're mad about it. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Ain't no hope for you motherfuckers. It's just like Aaron Rupert the other day. Trump said, I will give the death penalty to any illegal alien who kills an American citizen. Aaron Rupert was like, oh my God, the racism, oh my God. Oh my God, oh, this is horrible. Oh. Yes, he added the line about her being on the battlefield with the rifles pointed at her. You know why he did that? To bait people like you into lying about it so he could expose the media and wake more people up. Eventually you'll catch on what you're getting played by Trump. Eventually you'll catch on that all this lying you're doing helps Trump. If Trump wins this election, will you finally admit that everything you've done is counterproductive and will you stop? Because it will be time to stop. If you lose this election, it will be time to stop. It will be time to acknowledge that this shit is not working and you need to give it a rest. You're turning people off and they're catching on. You know why people are catching on that you're lying? because the lies are becoming super obvious and sloppy. Why are they sloppy? Because you're scared, you're desperate. Time's running out and you think he's going to win. The polling shows it, the markets show it, all signs point to it, and all you have is cope and wishful thinking. That's all you got. And that's why y'all are panicking. A loss will be so good for your party, though, because it's good for the country. Like, a candidate winning that is this bad is so bad for our country. It's such a bad precedent. It shows them that they can get away with anything. Like, you people are just stupid, and you'll vote for her anyway. You don't care. Oh, they're really going to. Remember, I said this, by the way. Remember in 2020, I said these exact words before anybody voted. Every day I got on here and I said, if you elect this person, the next candidate they put up is going to be even worse. It's going to be even more of a shit show. They're going to lie like never before. I said all this. I said they're going to start wars. Said it all. Was right about every bit of it. It's all documented. People was here. They heard it too. I have no reason to humble myself because I called everything that happened. I should be gloating nonstop. I was right. I told you Biden would suck. Why do I need to humble myself about anything? You humble yourself, motherfucker. You never right about anything. I don't want to silence anyone's voice. I'm not afraid of their fucking faggot voice. I can argue with any of these people and dominate them. I'm not scared of their opinions and their arguments. They're weak arguments. These people are not a threat. These people are nothing. No, they got to silence people like me because I'm a threat. I'm someone that can verbally eviscerate them, destroy their point of view, and make them look stupid in front of an audience. And they can't stand it. They can't fucking stand it. And only the dumbest of the dumb will keep following them after. I mean, look at Destiny. Look at Destiny. Every time he steps out of his little bubble and tries to debate somebody, they fucking destroy him, make a fool of him. He's a laughing stock. Fucking cuck. A legitimate cuck, letting his wife fuck other men and shit. Embarrassing. Trying to talk about what it's like to be a man. He ain't no man. He might as well be a girl. Yes, Democrats would 100% censor their political opponents. They did it. They've done it. They've already done it. Fuck doing it. They've done it. Why do you think Elon bought X? Because they were doing that, and he was sick of it. He used Twitter, and he noticed it, and he was sick of it. My God, I mean, we could have Elon in there cutting that wasteful spending. Things could be so good. You just got to vote for Trump. I'm telling you, man. And I said this in 2020. I said when Biden won, I said, man, in a way, we won. And they got so mad. Remember, I was coping. But everyone can see it now. Let me break it down for you how we won in 2020. How losing in 2020 was a victory. Look at right now. Look at the people around Trump. Look at all these people that have come on board. That would have never happened had he won in 2020. It'd have been 4 more years of the same old Mike Pence bullshit. These establishment motherfuckers in the administration, all this crap. These lobbyists and shit. But Trump lost. And now he's coming back. And now look at the cabinet that's assembled. You got RFK. You got Ryan Paul. You got Elon Musk. You got Tulsi Gabbard. You got all these people that have joined forces. You got a much better team. And that's all because Biden won. That doesn't happen if Trump wins re-election and then it's over. I mean, you better hope she wins, because if he wins, I mean, everything I said in 2020, I'm right 100% on it. I nailed it 4 years ago because I told you he'll run again and he'll win. I said it all the time. I said he's going to run again and he's going to win, because this 4 years is going to be shit. And so you're going to lose a lot of Democrat supporters. They're going to jump ship because they're going to deal with the consequences of their vote. And they're going to realize they made a mistake. Not everybody's a mindfuck shill who's looking to shill for politicians. Some people have got to pay $4 gas, got to pay for $4 eggs. Fuck this, I'm voting Trump. That for a lot of people, that's just the way it is. They ain't worried about all this stupid bullshit we're talking about on here. They're practical people. Prices went up. Fuck this guy. And remember, Biden was running on a return to normalcy, uniting the country. They're still talking about Trump. TDS is worse than it's ever been. It's worse than it's ever been. Well, we were all promised that if Trump lost, they would give it a rest. Remember? I remember people used to come in here and say, well, at least we won't have to hear about Trump no more. Now, what are you talking about? They're not going to stop. And they went even harder. Tried to put him in prison. Tried to kill him. It's insane. It's insane. I don't think the Dems can win. I think if Trump wins this election, I don't think the Dems can win in 2028. I just think Biden was a huge mistake. And I think in time it will become more and more clear how bad of an idea it was to vote for Biden. You're putting that contrast side by side. It's just a bad idea. It's like 4 years of Trump, everybody had money in their pocket, things were pretty good. Then you got 4 years of Biden. Oh my God, what the fuck? Everyone's broke. Everyone's dealing with it. Then you put Trump back in there. If Trump cleans up the mess, it's going to be real hard to convince people to go back to Democrats, because it's going to be so obvious that they're the problem. Because you're going to have that. You're going to have 4 years of Trump. Then you're going to have Biden come in, fuck everything up. And then you're going to see Trump come in, fix everything. If that happens, Democrats won't win another election in your lifetime. There's no way. There's no way. People aren't that stupid. People aren't going to vote to go back to higher prices and war and all this. I get why you guys are panicking, because this is bad if you lose this election, because you know that Trump is going to do some good things. You know he's not going to be this terrible president, because you've already seen the presidency before. And if he does all this stuff he's saying he's going to do, cutting these taxes, I mean, my God. You know how good things will be running by the time we get to 2028? How can they win? The panic is through the roof right now, because they've done this to themselves. If they would have just let Trump win in 2020, we wouldn't even be talking about this. Trump would be leaving in a few months. We'd be done with Trump. And there would be no Biden. And, hey, let's say Vladimir Putin does invade Ukraine. Let's say all this stuff still happens. Well, then it happens under Trump's watch. And then Trump is discredited. He's a clown. Nobody wants to vote for him ever again. They can't vote for him. His endorsement means nothing. But if he wins, man, y'all really did this to yourself. You really fucked up voting for Biden. And Biden continues to be terrible. Like his garbage comment less than a week before the election. I mean, holy fuck. Holy fuck. That's the type of comment that rallies the Trump supporters. It's worse than Hillary Clinton deplorables, because, and remember, Hillary Clinton deplorables A lot of people say that hurt Hillary. That cost her a lot of votes. A lot of people say that. Because it became a rallying cry for Trump. Well, this is even worse because it's the sitting president that said it. And he's been preaching unity. Well, let's say you're not a Trump supporter, you're an independent voter. Well, you just heard that comment. You're like, well, goddamn, this is the unity guy? He just called half the country garbage because they're not voting Democrat. That's not unity. That's not bringing us together. See, he's supposed to be the guy he's supposed to be bringing us together. That's what he ran on. He said, oh, Trump's causing division. I'm going to unite the country and we're going to stop all this. And he's just made it worse. That was a huge mistake. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but because I know, God, it just seems like the other day when Biden said that Trump should be arrested, they got to arrest him, put him in jail. I swear to God, he's just saying shit to like fuck with her and make her lose votes. Like why would he say that? Why would he call everyone garbage? Like, what are you doing? He's trying to sabotage it. And she comes out, she's like, I would never say that. I don't think that. I would never say that about the voters of this country, the American people. I would never say it. You know it's bad because she immediately distanced herself from it. She was immediately like, oh, hell no. And I get Biden's old and stuff, but God, he had to know what he was saying. He had to know. Then the people that spent days crying about a joke that a comedian told got to sit there and act like it's no big deal what Biden said. It's not a big deal. It's a massive deal. It's a huge scandal, you fucking idiot. The president of the United States is not supposed to get on television and call half the country fucking garbage. You don't do that as the president. Especially when you've spent years talking about how you're uniting the country, you're all about unity. That's not unity. It's the opposite of unity. That's going to hurt them with independence, man. That's going to turn people off. Because they run on that they're not Trump. We don't act like Trump. Well, they're doing stuff worse than Trump. They're doing stuff Trump wouldn't even do. Trump wouldn't be dumb enough to say that shit. During an election, days before an election. And you're shit talking half the country. What sense does that make? What if you're a Trump supporter but you're on the fence? You're like, I don't know, you know, you just don't believe in Trump like you used to, and you're on the fence a little. You're thinking about maybe just staying home. You're not voting Kamala, but you're thinking about just staying home, and you don't really care anymore. And then this cocksucker calls you garbage. That's enough to get you off. That's enough to get some people to go vote who say, man, fuck this guy. He gave the Trump supporters a rallying cry days before the election. You can't tell me that ain't on purpose, bro. You can't tell me he didn't do that on purpose. Good job, Joe. Good job, Mark. Oh, yeah. Mark Cuban fucked up, too. There's no strong women around Trump. And then even liberals, bro. Even liberals was pushing back on it. Dude, this is how bad the Mark Cuban comment was. The women on The View disagreed with what he said. The women on The View called Cuban out. Now, what they said was pretty stupid. Joy Behar was like, I mean, Stormy Daniels is a strong woman. She goes, Stormy's smart. Really? Look, being a porn star is not a sign of intelligence, okay? Stop. If she was so goddamn smart, she wouldn't have been a porn star. There's this great clip going around of this guy on a podcast talking to some OnlyFans chick, and he hits the nail on the head where he's like, you have no skills. You have nothing to offer society. The only thing you have to offer is your asshole and pussy. And that's all you have. You're a hot girl, and the only thing you have to offer society is your looks. And he goes, if you were a man, you'd be nothing. He's right. He said, if you woke up tomorrow and you were a man, you'd be homeless. He's right. You have no skills. Men can't just use our sexual appeal to make money. It's not like women. Now, some men can, can start an OnlyFans, I guess. You got a big enough cock or whatever, but it's a bunch of gay guys watching. That's what it is. And you're not going to be able to make the money a woman's going to make doing OnlyFans. Unless you're like fucking hot girls, right? You're going to have to bring a girl in, right? That's the appeal. That's what's going to get people to sign up. Hey, look at this hot girl I'm fucking. You alone, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be the same as some hot chick who lives life on easy mode and just spreads her asshole open once a week and gets a check. But he lit this bitch up. It's like, it's so fucking true. And she couldn't handle it. She's like, I'm just not worth anything. I'm just not good for nothing. And then he's like, no, you're good for something. You're good for your asshole and pussy. That's what you're good for. But you're not. Apart from sex, what are you useful for? What do you bring to the table? You have no skills. And he's like, that's why you do OnlyFans. He's like, but understand if you were a man, because they're shit talking men, right? He's like, if you were a man, you'd be homeless. Because you have nothing else to offer but your asshole. And a man's asshole, not very appealing. Not the same as a woman's asshole. It's not appealing to anybody but gay dudes. So I guess you could do it, but you're going to have to let gay dudes jerk off to you and gay dudes look at it. And you're not going to make as much as a woman would make. Not even close. That's why a lot of men don't do it, because it's just not practical. It's just not going to work out. Alex Jones says, I'll tell you what Alex Jones is thinking. He says they're going to try to kill Trump. You seen that one dude? I think he was on Bill Maher talking about not certifying the results if Trump wins. You see that? These motherfuckers ain't playing, man. Like they keep telling me like Trump is trying to lay the groundwork for saying it's rigged again. That's what I don't see that. I see Trump calling out legitimate voter fraud that we've been seeing in Pennsylvania that went to a court of law and the judge ruled that the Democrats were cheating and he allowed 3 more days of early voting because of it. So that's real. That happened. Cope about it if you must. But yeah. Just because Trump says something doesn't mean it's fucking made up. In fact, most of the time when Trump says something, if you look into it, it's real. You know how he was talking about the whales and the windmills and shit? And the windmills are killing the whales and hurting the whales. If you actually go look into that, it's true. There's a documentary about it. There's literally a documentary about it where people are out in the middle of the ocean running experiments, and they play the sound that the whales hear. These windmills make a sound under the water, and they play this sound for you, and you can hear what these whales are experiencing, and it's fucking with the whales. Like, it's hurting them. It's causing problems. I think it's killing them. Just because Trump says something don't mean it's made up. At the very least, why not look into it and see what the fuck he's talking about? Windmills are terrible. Windmills are garbage. They don't generate enough power. They cause environmental issues. Like they're sold as this environmentalist source of power. But if you look into them, they're hurting the whales. They're killing birds. They're a giant eyesore. It's garbage. It's garbage technology. Useless. Trump is not talking about fraud because he's losing. Trump is talking about legitimate issues in Pennsylvania that went to a courtroom and a judge ruled that yes, Trump was right, that the Democrats were trying. See, what the Democrats were doing is they had people outside of polling stations in Pennsylvania and they were telling people that they couldn't vote and they had to go home. There's videos of this, by the way. There's videos of these people doing this. They were telling some people that they couldn't come in with a MAGA hat on, and there was all kinds of stuff. There's videos all over social media of it. Well, Trump seen them. He sued, and it went to court, and a judge said, yep, they're cheating. And he extended early voting 3 days because of it. This was in the news. This is all verifiable. My God, look things up before dismissing them. Jesus Christ. Is that so hard? Can you do anything on that phone besides look at pornography and listen to me? In fact, just come in here and I'll explain it to you. You don't even got to look it up. How many days? I've done explain this 3 fucking times. And people still come in here. Yeah, Trump's lying about says they're trying to rig it or whatever. They literally are. They're openly cheating. They're not even hiding it. They're unhinged. I mean, they really are unhinged. They are desperate. And I mean, if they're winning, why would they be so desperate? And I'm big on actions. I just see actions of losers. I don't see confidence. I see a lot of confidence from MAGA. I don't see confidence from the liberals. And I see a lot of like the last couple of days, they're trying to push that suddenly Kamala has this surge of support. And to me, that's just them trying to mind fuck you into not voting, make you think, oh, she's got it in the bag. But when you start like looking at the actual data and looking at what's going on with early voting, it doesn't seem like it. The most accurate poll from 2020 got Trump sweeping all swing states. But hey, maybe he wins or maybe he loses. Who knows? But to say that he's losing, we have to back it up with something. I mean, I'm telling you, I think he's going to win, and I'm giving you some examples of why I think that way. If you're going to say Kamala's going to win, give me some examples of why. Explain why you think that. And the only thing I get is, well, people just don't like Trump. I'm not sure about that. Clearly, people like Trump. I mean, there's a lot of people that like him. Even that's a lie. Oh, the country hates Trump. Well, he won in 2016, so how bad could they hate him? He barely lost in 2020, by the way. That wasn't some fucking landslide. I mean, I see credible people saying he's going to win the popular vote. Red Hawk didn't believe. Red Hawk told me that Trump was going to lose in 2020. He told me every day, he's like, Trump ain't winning this. It's over. Biden wins. He was saying that the whole time. And he was saying, well, if you look at the polls and you look at this and you look at that. And now he's saying, yeah, Trump's going to win. He said he might get the popular vote this time. And he was pretty, he didn't say that in 2020. He was right in 2020. He said Biden was going to win. He said that for months, that Biden was going to win. I read something in New York Times today that they think that the polls might be underestimating Trump. that Republicans don't trust polls and don't vote in them, so they might be underestimating him. That's the New York Times. See, they're panicking. They're panicking because they're looking at these early vote numbers. They're seeing this stuff that's going on. They know how bad of a candidate she is. They know their ratings have plummeted. You know, there's so many signs that people are waking up to the bullshit. I mean, tomorrow is going to be a shit show, bro. They're going to be going nut the last day. Oh, my God. Yeah, I think trying to kill him, really, that was a mistake. It was a big mistake. But remember, Trump was not supposed to survive that. He's supposed to be dead right now. And they were going to blame it on Iran. See, she's not supposed to even be having, you know. He's not even supposed to be there. I mean, they tried to kill him twice. Failed both times. They suck. They can't even do that. That's what I'm saying. This is another example that Democrats suck at everything they try to do. They couldn't even kill the guy. Pathetic, weak losers who can't succeed at anything. I mean, that's the Democratic Party. Literally couldn't even kill him. Twice. Possible third attempt. The sheriff said there was a third attempt. The sheriff said he believed he stopped the third attempt. You ain't seen nothing yet, though. Let him win on Tuesday. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen or heard nothing. You're going to be like, oh, my God. You will never argue with me again. You'll stop coming in here arguing with me because you'll see evil on display. You'll realize how fucking mental these people are on Tuesday if he wins. And you'll say, oh, yeah, you'll understand. You'll get it then. You'll get it then. All right, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to take a shower and stuff. I'll be back in a bit. We're going to watch some of that playlist tonight. I get off at 5 tomorrow. We got to get it done by tomorrow night for sure because it's all election stuff. So that's the plan. When I come back, I'm going to take a shower. Going to take a nice shower. And then I'm going to have to go down to the store and buy a wrap because I don't have one. Yay. Come on, into the sanctuary. Let's go. Come on, Marshall. I'll be back later.